30 days, 4 hours, and 12 seconds. Her body and profile is going viral, yet it's more like an obituary portrait of a 6-year-old's funeral without her body. Just an empty casket, a jaded and bruised mother, and a cyber audience that lingers on the share button with brief grief of virtual hoping and praying she is found alive. She was last seen wearing her innocence on these streets that are haunted. Meanwhile, somewhere, unnamed, underground, a shallow grave cradles her soft skin safely. Now, that soil holds her, gently beckoning her wounds to heal at last, knowing it might be the only place for her fragile bones. Missing girls are just a collection made by missing boys, because some men's souls are harbored by dark angels, their eyes are hollow with anger, hunger, feeding on premature women's virtue. What do we tell our daughters? Dear daughter, dear African daughter, these streets play a hide-and-seek game that is sick, because I might never find you. Or if you manage to escape, your womanhood will inherit a stitched bladder with no womb. Even then, we will struggle to find you. In counseling sessions, asking you, how do you feel? You will struggle putting precise words to it because there are none. A great man once said, Indoda yingxaki, once left to his own devices and an untamed beast, we are left with no choice but to be Wonder Women, wondering how do we disguise our tender gender that is mistaken for a weakness when it is all that we have. It is a Beauty and the Beast saga, my darling girl. Sadly, this beast has a castle built on innocent bones. In this lion's den, mouths were never shut. Some women feel much safer with no man around. Sadly, this is society's brutal negligence cycle. We are the makings of our own monsters. We're throwing a lifeline, not a rope. Sending an SOS note, floating at sea in an amber bottle that is not with liquor. I hope it will not drown. I hope someday someone will find it. So dear church, if this ever falls onto your eyes, before our girls and women go missing, there is a sick man buried in his own screams. He might be shouting the loudest hallelujah. He might be as silent as a grave in your church pews. Please, find him, help him. Dear Mr. President, if this ever crosses your ears, I say, the sex with no consent age only means that we are consenting for teenage pregnancy that gives birth to a fatherless, angry, empty, and lost nation. And these are the makings of missing boys, somewhere between a generation of boys and girls who mother and father in between recess. Dear missing boy, I am lost for words to help you get back to your senses. I know her screams mean nothing to you. No does not exist in your world, but I hate the fact that whenever my daughter walks in, I'm afraid I might find her a crime scene one day.